Hello, this week we're going to talk about backing up a trailer safely. Have a backup when you back up. Now, hopefully you're not alone when you go to back up the trailer, but if you are, remember, goal! Get out and look. You need to look out for rocks, drop-offs, ruts, fences, fire plugs, and check your overhead clearance. Hopefully you do have a passenger, and again, company rules say that they must get out and spot for you. Before you begin, go over your hand signals, what means stop, what means left, what means right. Make sure you've got that all straight. Now you want them to stand behind your vehicle on the driver's side. You should be able to see them in your driver's side mirror. Now if for whatever reason you cannot see that spotter, stop and try to find them real quick. 6 basic steps for backing safely. First thing you want to do is you want to take a site survey. Look where you need to go. Check for anything that might be in your way, like we said before. Get out and look. Now, next you want to get into a good starting position. You want to get the trailer basically kind of perpendicular to the spots you want to pull in with your rear trailer tire uh, up against the cone. You'll see that in a minute. Then you're going to cut back and turn, and we'll talk about turning here in a little bit. Once the trailer starts going in where you want it, you need to unwind the turn and straighten out the truck. Then you're probably going to have to pull forward and realign the truck and trailer. And then when you're done, you can push back to the cones that we're going to have set up. Now, down on the bottom here, there is a link for backing into a campsite. Best I could do, it's backing up trailers, camping trailers, but it's all the same process. Tips for backing up the trailer. Number one, especially for people that aren't used to backing trailers or boats or anything like that up, hold the steering wheel at 6 o'clock, because when you do this, when your right hand goes right, the trailer is going to go right. When your hand goes to the left, the trailer is going to go to the left. Now look over your shoulder. If your view is blocked, face forward and use the side view mirrors to track the trailer. Now you need to think that you're pushing your trailer. Don't think of the truck and trailer as one unit. You're actually pushing this around. Think about a wheelbarrow. If you have a wheelbarrow and you want to go right, what do you have to do? You have to lift up the left handle, then it'll go to the right. Another thing I want you to think about is try to make wide turns. Don't try to cut too sharply. I know it'll feel uncomfortable at first, but you get more familiar with practice. Again, we don't want you to jackknife the trailer. I've seen it a few times with the fiber trailers. The guy cuts it too hard trying to get into a spot, and he ends up breaking off the steps up to the bucket truck itself, and then takes out the cover for the generator that's on the front of the fiber splicing rig. So be careful, try not to cut too tight. Okay, site survey. First thing you want to do, look for rocks, curbs, ditches, low-hanging wires. Now we're going to set 2 cones where you want the trailer to end up. And we're going to set another cone where you want to cut in at. So we want to get to our starting position. We want to pull the trailer up to where the cone is going to be. Now here you see him pulling forward, and he's going to align up the rear trailer wheel with that cone. Okay, the driver here he's sort of like he's up next to the cone, but he's starting to pull forward a little bit so he can get his trailer at a little bit more of an angle, sort of get a head start when he goes to pull back it up. Now we're going to cut back and turn in. Notice right now his wheels are pointed to the left, and you can see the trailer backing into that spot. He's pivoting right on that cone, right on top of it, so he knows where he's at. Okay, now he's moving into a spot. When we start getting in there, we want to start straightening out the wheel, the steering wheel. Then you want to unwind and follow. Okay, the truck is fairly straight, the trailer is fairly straight. Now we can get back into our position. So now you can pull forward and realign the truck and the trailer. This is where you're going to fine tune your trailer into your parking spot. All right, now we're going to back in from the passenger side before we were on the driver's side. One thing to remember is that when we're on the driver's side, we really have a very hard time seeing what's over on the passenger side of that trailer. So it's a good idea to have somebody spotting for you. So now you'll notice that the first cone is up on the right side of the space. Now here the bucket's out a little further. It's going to require a little bit of a sharper cut. And again, be careful not to jackknife the trailer. Again, we're going to maneuver the back trailer tire to where that cone is so we have a reference point for turning in. Just like before, we're going to cut back and turn this in, get the trailer into our position. Now, time to straighten it out a little bit. You can see that he's getting a little tight to the left side. He's got a lot of space on his right side here, but that's because we had to go so far out because of where the bucket truck was positioned. Now be sure to watch out what your front end is doing when you're cutting in. Sometimes your front end tends to swing out. You may be a little tight to a curb or to a parked vehicle. You need to watch out for that. Just like on the other way, we're going to release and unwind. We're going to start getting our truck straightened out with the trailer, and this way we're going to hopefully not jackknife it and get it, too far deep into that turn. Okay, now you're ready to do your fine tuning. You can pull forward and realign, and try not to rush the job. Make sure you get your trailer on the spot you're looking for. Now, when you're done unhooking the trailer and you're ready to pull out, make sure you do your circle of safety, do a 360-degree check. Make sure everything is clear on the side, on the front, the back, and above. And let's back up safely.